no sign of him, my lord.
I thought he would come. Harry? No! What are you doing here?
Quiet!
Harry Potter. The boy who lived. Come to die.
Okay. For my project on altruism, I chose the series Harry Potter, specifically Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Altruism is basically the ethical theory that one does something for the benefit of others at the expense of themselves. So in my paper, I think I used the example of, you have a curfew, all right? You have a curfew, you're trying to hurry up and you're walking home, and then you see a neighbor and, elderly neighbor struggling to load her groceries up or something. And you, because you're a nice person, you decide you're going to go help your neighbor and you're going to help her load up her groceries. And because you did that, you go home, you get in trouble by your parents, you get grounded. So basically, you got in trouble for helping another person out. That's kind of like a minute version of altruism. And if you've read or if you've watched Harry Potter, you'll know that Harry as a whole is very self-sacrificing, and he does so in the name of protecting the ones that he loves and cares very, very deeply for. So in the Deathly Hallows, Harry must destroy all of the Horcruxes, and he finds out that he himself is one of them. So basically, just for background knowledge, in the Deathly Hallows Part 2, Harry's basically on the road to killing Voldemort. He's so close, but because Voldemort's Voldemort, he split his soul, so that if he does die, he's able to come back. In a way, I think that's how it is. And at this point, Harry and his group of people, they've already destroyed most of them, but again, Harry finds out that he's one of them, and that little part of Voldemort's soul has to be destroyed. And you can't just destroy a Horcrux with normal magic. No, it has to be some, I think it's dark magic or whatnot. And Harry honestly just gonna do whatever he needs to do in order to save the Wizarding World, because this community, his friends, his loved ones, they mean literally the world to him. Again, if you've read or if you've watched it, you'll know that Harry was abused and sheltered his whole life. He didn't even know he was a wizard until he was 11, but he was abused by his aunt and uncle. And so whenever he found this community and these group of people that just accepted him instantly, and he was loved. Some he didn't even know he did, by the way. And so because of that, he feels that such an intense need to protect them. And so again, I'm reading a script. So in order to destroy one I made, So in order to destroy all of the Horcruxes, he sends himself into the Forbidden Forest where he knows Voldemort is waiting to kill him. And when he gets there, Voldemort attacks him with the Killing Curse. The Horcrux is destroyed and Harry dies. Temporarily, he's fine, main character, he has plot armor. Now, Harry did know that this would destroy the Horcrux. However, he did not know whether or not this would kill him. So he basically sacrificed his life for the sake of his family and friends again. Or he sacrificed his life for the Wizarding World, showing the ultimate form of an altruistic action again. The Wizarding World immediately accepted him. He's their savior, so, obviously, but, he really never felt like any sort of love before, so with that being the first thing that he had felt, of course, he's gonna do literally whatever it takes. And, honestly, if you're sacrificing your life for, other people, that's, pretty big expense of yourself. I feel like dying for a whole group of people is, pretty altruistic. And yeah, I personally think that this character, I think Harry Potter, has one of the most altruistic mindsets because, like, even through the rest of the series, you can see him constantly putting others first, especially in other books, such as, like, The Goblet of Fire. He could have gotten in so much trouble for helping Cedric out, telling him about the first task being dragons, and then I think it's actually in the Deathly Hallows, either part 1 or part 2, where he saves Draco from the fire. He could have left him there, Harry could have died going to the fire to save him, but, he did. But yeah, he saved, or, he sacrificed himself for others, for other people, not for fame, not for money, but purely out of, love and determination to protect the ones that he loves. Thank you.